and ready to get back to streaming. I hope you'll join me tonight. Originally, I had talked about before break that I was going to move on and check out a few other games that are board game adaptations. But in the meantime, while I was taking a break, all of a sudden there was a ton of new content that was unleashed for the Lord of the Rings card game. So now I have a whole bunch of new things to look at. Tonight I'll be taking a look at the new Encounter. It's a new style of quest. Instead of a quest series or a campaign, I will be playing against one particularly difficult quest, is what I'm gathering, and it may even involve multiple more stages than a normal quest. And it will definitely it's supposed to test the mettle of any of the players with the decks they've come up with. In addition to that, they recently released a whole slew of new cards. If you check out the Valor card section, there are about a page and a half of new cards, lots of cool things, new art, looks really cool. I'm seeing some cards I really want in my deck right now. For example, this Narya Ishtari. In other words, you can put it on any fleeting characters like Gandalf, and they will lose that ability, so you can actually keep Gandalf in for a long time. And it's a pretty rare card, so it's pretty expensive, but I'm looking forward to seeing these new interesting combos that you could do. Ranger Bow also looks really cool. Give any character ranged. Lots of cool stuff going on and new additions, so I'll be adding those hopefully soon. But the main event tonight is going to be checking out the new quest that is available. I thought I would give this a try first. As you can see here, there is a new quest that is available. The King of Carrion. Our heroes venture north to uncover the truth behind rumors of an ancient evil returned. Warning: an encounter is designed to be especially difficult. So the idea is that these are going to be really big challenges. With the physical card game, hey Joe, how's it going? With the physical card game, they basically had two different kinds of huge challenge quests that you could play. One was the Gen Con deck, which was an infamous deck that would come out every year for Gen Con players to play while they were there, and it was a really big challenge. I believe that the first one, something about, I'm going to be stuck trying to remember, something at Osgiliath. It was basically this giant conflict at Osgiliath, and I have beaten that one. We did beat the first Gen Con deck, but when we got to the second year's Gen Con deck, which was the Battle of Lake Town, it was a slaughter every time. We could not beat it, no matter what. We could not figure out how to do it. So it was, this is the kind of challenge that they're talking about. They've also released, for the physical card game, Nightmare decks, which are something interesting because they return to a previous quest that you might have played, and they make it harder. They charge up the encounter deck with really tougher characters, tougher encounters, treachery cards. So that is going to be an interesting. That's going to be an interesting. This is going to be cool that this challenge is here, because I think what you're going to have to do to satisfy players who are really good at the game in the long term is making sure that they have some kind of puzzle to solve that's going to take them a while. And that's pretty much what this hopefully will scratch that itch. One new feature that they have here is they have a rewards panel where you can click and you can check now. It looks like I don't have any 500 or plus final score for this quest, but if I did, because I haven't done this quest yet, but if I went back to one of the older quests, let's take a look at one of the older ones. You can see that I have achieved. See, I have unlocked the reward for this hero already. So it's really cool because it tracks all the heroes that you've played with so far, and whether or not you've achieved the Valor reward for that hero, so you could go through and make a deck and complete the quest again and get the Valor rewards for that hero. It kind of rewards you for trying out new and different decks and gives you Valor points for it. You also can now click on this little pack of cards here to remind yourself of what your deck is composed of, and then you switch decks, and you can take a look. For example, at this, I only have 2 decks right now: a starter deck and my own deck that I made, and I'm going to be trying my own deck. But one thing that I am going to do is I'm going to put it on easy mode, just so I can get a sense of the story the first time. So I'm going to try it. Looks like there's different difficulty levels here compared to the regular quest. There's narrative, adventure. I wonder if they switched the difficulty. Yeah, they did. So it looks like there's different difficulty names now. There's narrative, which I'm assuming is don't worry about the challenge. You're just going through to see the story. I like that they have that, and I'm hoping that if the difficulty is really easy, it'll allow new players to kind of still be able to play the game and experience it, get a little bit better. Then there's the adventure level, which is the medium, and the challenge level. We'll have to see if they... I did hear that they were trying to change and tweak what the challenge levels would be. So we'll have to take a look at that and see that. So I'm starting the King of Carrion here.
Jorven steals a glance across the flames at the ragged and frozen strangers. Their starving eyes follow his every move as he ladles portions of stew into wooden bowls. What happened to these poor people?
The nights grow long now,
He mutters.
but not as long as during the winters of the Warlock. It is said that, during his reign, the Black Frost would descend from the heights, and the people of the moon would haunt the plains.
The strangers stare at Jorven, mouths agape, food forgotten.
For the dread Lord of Angmar had used his spells to summon the Mordrowd, the Table Hound of Thangorodrim, the King of Carrion.
Jorven stops. One of the strangers has stretched out her hand as if to ward against his words.
Do not invoke his name.
She moans as the others huddle together, shivering in fear.
Do not invite him in.
Lowering her trembling hand, the woman gazes into the fire.
For the King of Carrion has returned.
It is the dead of winter, and evil is afoot. Ever greater numbers of northern Bjornings have come seeking refuge. Ragged and starving, they tell of a black frost that kills and corrupts, of the rise of moonlings and a sea of fangs, and the King of Carrion. Grimbjorn has summoned you for a meeting. As you arrive at his hall, a vigorous debate is underway among the local chiefs. The refugees' stories are too strange, too vague, too disparate to grasp what is really taking place in the shadow of the North Mountains.
My da used to scare me with tales of restless Mordrowd.
Grimbjorn says, giving you an earnest look.
My people are besieged. The forces of Dol Guldur are rekindled. The spiders harass our forest trails, and the western passages have become unsafe. This winter is the bitterest in recent memory, and now we have many more mouths to feed. Will you help us uncover the truth of this new devilry in the north?
You cross the ford near the Carrack and head north, staying to the snow-covered plains just east of the foothills. The weather is frigid, and the nights are black. After sundown on the 4th day, you arrive at the Siros, a wide tributary to the Anduin. On the far shore of the frozen river, you discern the outlines of a darkened building, perhaps a farmstead or fisherman's house. When the howling of wolves swells behind you, you decide to cross the ice and seek shelter for the night in the structure, whatever it may be. The first 100 paces proceed without event. Then, with a dull grinding and moaning, the ice shifts beneath your feet. Something snaps, and the frozen expanse jolts violently. Floes breach the surface in some places. Long cracks form across it in others. Behind you, blurry shapes pace to and fro along the bank. Wolves, summoning the courage to dare the ice themselves.
If by life or death I can save you, I will.
I do not fear either pain or death.
My axe is restless in my hands.
Okay. So, they do have, as you can see, if you've been keeping up with all of the videos and online what have you. Just checking my settings to see if they had changed at all. Doesn't look like they have. Okay. So, it looks like here I am going to have to choose my starting hand, but you can see from the background really cool user interface changes, or background changes for sure. I like a lot of these because I've got a good amount of cards that I really like to have out at the beginning to set up my untap engine. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of one Ever Vigilant. Okay. Okay, so I have to cross the frozen river. At the end of a round, if 3 cracking ice are in play, my quest fails. Okay, so it looks like there's going to be some hazards with cracking ice, so I'm betting that I have to take care of that hazard. Just took a damage. Gain 1 melee when attacking a wounded target. So if this vicious warg attacks Eowyn right now, he's going to have 4 damage, which is not good. So to cross the frozen river to safety, I've got to apply my willpower to this quest. End of the round, at the end of every round, there's cracking ice that's summoned. Oh, okay, so here's where the damage came from. The cracking ice dealt 1 damage to a random character. So if I start getting multiples of those out, I'm in trouble. And I'm also going to be in trouble because there's going to be a lot of damage to worry about coming from these wargs. So what I'm afraid is going to happen is if I block with someone, I have a feeling that's going to cause... He's not going to attack with the vicious warg. He's going to attack with the regular warg. Let's see what our fate events are. Apply 3 progress to any objective, then Northern Survivor comes into play. Okay, so we got to get some of these guys out. Gain 2 resources, then restore 1 resource to every character. Okay, or 1 health. Sorry. Gain Uvlex Hold for this character. Ulvesk Hold for this encounter. Location-specific event. I wonder if the location-specific event now lets me know, hey, this event is only available here, because some of the events, it seems like they carry over and then some would disappear. Ooze 5 threat. I'm imagining that's going to be good too. Okay. So bringing out a new player might not be a great option right now, because a new ally, because that'll leave Eowyn basically vulnerable. So I'm going to go ahead and block with, or go on the defense with Aragorn. Okay. The reason why I did that with him was because... Oh, he has Stalwart, which means he just gets to attack twice. Wow. So I kind of haven't made my position any better, although part of the reason why I wanted to wait to untap, or one of the reasons why I wanted to tap Aragorn was to allow Gimli to have his melee boosted. So that way I'm going to go ahead and put Gimli on block, and so he can do his full damage right now if he blocks. Okay, which kills the warg, but I still have this big guy to worry about. Now the problem is now Ewan's going to take the attack from the Vicious Warg anyway. Because even if I put someone out, unfortunately it's not going to be enough to do anything. I should have just brought out my veteran axe hand, then he could have blocked.
My axe swings too.
Oh, he attacked Gimli, which might actually be better in the long run for him. Well, I guess that leaves my axe hand. Take out his last damage dealer. Oh, not the last damage dealer. Sterling Wolf. Slavering Wolf. Arrival. Reduce a random ally to 0 willpower while Slavering Wolf is in play its first round. Okay. Man, this is going to... Well, I guess he didn't have any allies to do that with. That's why it didn't reduce anybody. But the problem is now... I don't have the ability to block Eowyn getting hit. Or actually, he probably is going to try to finish off Gimli. Wow, that's tough. So I imagine I will go ahead and bring out the archer. Deal a damage to this guy.
You breathe so loud I could shoot you in the dark.
Okay, that's not too bad. So the archer died, but at least that damage did not go to one of my heroes. Now the tough part is Eowyn only has 2 damage, but she could finish off the Vicious Warg. But I could finish him off next round anyway. But I don't have enough willpower to take this out, so there's really no reason. Deal 1 damage to random, so it's going to just deal a random damage. So I've got to try to take this guy out, I guess. Well, actually, maybe I could, in a roundabout way, help myself out. So I could either gain 2 resources, then restore a health to every character, which would be great because that would then allow me to play... That would allow me to untap a character and play another ally that could block next round. Is that every character? Wow. That may be worth it. And then I can bring out the Airborne Watchman plus untap and ready a character and do some more attacking. I think I'm going to do that. So everybody heals 2. Eowyn's back up to normal. Gimli is still, man, he's half dead. Aragorn's not doing too badly. I could also... So I'll go ahead and bring out the Airborne Watchman.
King under the mountain.
He'll be a great blocker next round. Then I can ready a character. I will ready... I wonder if it would be worth it to ready Eowyn and then... I believe that would be. Okay, so I'm going to ready Eowyn. This is going to be cool. Then she can apply her fate again. And now I can do both of these. Apply 3 progress to any objective, then Northern Survivor enters play. So then I will have almost a full complement of willpower, and I was hoping that he would have some willpower, because that's going to help me get rid of this random damage. And... I could also take this guy out, but I'm only 1 away from the random damage, so it seems silly to not get rid of that. And then... Oh, does he have Stalwart? Yes, he does! So I can still get rid of 1 of the wargs. And I only have one left. Alright, so... we did get... oh, so we got some new... so basically I would have had 2 random damage of ice instead of 1. Alright, got some good guardians coming out. So at this point, I really want to get unexpected courage on someone so that I have the ability to untap and attack twice or use willpower twice. So gain Ulveth's gold for this encounter. I've got to see what that is. I mean, come on. And then I can lose 5 threat. What's about to happen when I gain more threat? Discard up to 3 cards from your hand or discard 6 cards from your deck. Okay. Well, I don't want to do that, so I want to try to get up to 6 and get rid of my threat. See if I can do that. I may, man, if these fate events are as good as they on every stage as they are now, it may be good to put unexpected courage on Eowyn. But for now, I know I want to have my Erebor Watchman guard first because he blocks some damage, and then that also boosts up Gimli, who now has the ability to take him out. Gain 1 threat for each ally or discard an ally. Well... I really don't want to discard an ally, so that means unfortunately I'm going to defeat every wounded ally. That's not good. So I have to try to get my willpower up. So I think I am going to... place unexpected courage on her. Man, how does he still have... exhaust a random ally every upkeep? Okay. Alright. So I need to play 5 fate in order to be able to lose 5 threat. But I also need Eowyn for her to untap again, I need her to finish an objective. So I guess I will do this objective.
No living man am I.
For this hazard. And then that untaps her. So now I can use her again. So if I... okay, so math. Math. So if I want to get rid of this, that's going to cost me 4 plus doing 5 more fate. That's going to be 9 fate. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can do that with just what I have, and then Aragorn can still untap once. So I will try that. Just once per round. Yeah. Okay.
I will smite you if you touch him.
So now I'm not going to be taking random damage. And... okay. I don't know what Iviscold is, but... I'm going to hold off on that. Oh yeah, thanks, Joe. Yeah, I was really careful about not forgetting that I have to defeat an enemy or resolve an objective to be able to get that to trigger. Because I have mistakenly forgotten it before. So I'm gonna go. Oh, I almost guarded with Aragorn, and I need to apply Fate, and then I'm gonna reduce my threat by 5, which should take me down below the threshold of activating either of these 2 stupid events. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and let the I'm not going to bring out a guard just yet. Man, I really wish I knew what this was. Uvesgold. Uvesgold. I'll go ahead and start contributing toward it. Because maybe it's something amazing. I only have to contribute 2 more. And I'll hold off on the spending the resource. Maybe I'll go ahead and bring out a guard anyway.
For the White City!
Just in case. Okay, in the phase. So some new ice came up. Man, that's so brutal. That comes up at the end of the round, so you always are going to take damage no matter what. Okay. So I've got a full complement. I like to see this in my deck. A good, huge army. I don't know what he's going to do yet. I'm going to go ahead and have the Northern Survivor use his first action to put some fate in. Reduce each player's card draw by 1. Okay, that's not too bad. That's more debilitating. That's not taking away my deck, at least. I'm going to go ahead and play this event just so we can see what happens. Ooh, exhaust every wolf enemy. That's going to be a great card, and it only cost me one resource. Okay, so at this point, he's got 1 resource left. I just, for right now, have to concentrate on adventuring. Unless he brings somebody out. So I'm going to go ahead and apply my willpower. Okay, so reduce every ally to 0. Well, I'm glad I used an ally for the first action. I think my allies, I only had 1 willpower, thankfully, that got lost. But unfortunately that means that Gimli's not going to be boosted with attack, and Eowyn is not going to be boosted with her willpower, but the willpower has been lowered enough that I can complete this objective.
Smite you if you touch him!
And she can at least contribute 2 willpower. Man, this is terrible. I'm only going to be able to keep up.
I will smite you if you touch him!
I serve no man.
So I will go ahead and untap Aragorn. And then have him finally start chipping away. And then these 2 guys are kind of... Well, I could play Ever Vigilant. Well, I don't know. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just stop there, because I think if this threat activates and I have to discard 3 cards, it'd be nice to have a big hand to choose from. But I think I'd rather discard 3 cards than kill 6 from my deck. So I'm going to go ahead and have my stalwart go ahead. Okay, so Malicious Warg, he gains a melee for each Malicious Warg in play. He's got 6 damage, or 6 health. I'll go ahead and have the... This is good because I really don't have anything to do. Oh, I should have put him on guard. Well, oh well, it's no big deal. This is nice because these guys don't have anything to do except attack that have 0 willpower. So Sauron's passing. Let's see. And the nice thing is Eowyn has now been boosted. But unfortunately she has to complete an objective, and there aren't any low ones out unless I want to attack. But that's kind of pointless, because then I'm attacking and I'm not willpowering. But I could use Ever Vigilant also. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish this guy off with Gimli. And then we'll have Eowyn quest.
I will smite you if you touch him!
Axe Hand quest. Aragorn quest.
He cannot stand alone!
Aragorn untap. Aragorn quest.
I serve no man!
Eowyn Ever Vigilant.
Smite
Now
you
we're down
if you
to
touch
5. It's not too bad. Gain 2 health and block. I think that's good for Gimli. I know I should be getting these cards ready to discard, but he really could use the health and block. And I think that's all I can do this round. Hopefully we can finish it next round, because I'm also getting hit with the 3 card loss, or 6 card from my deck. Okay, so I gotta do this now. Wait a second. Up to 3. What if I just want to discard 1? Oh, I did not realize it was random. Well, that's sad. I lost that great card I spent all that fate on. I did not know it was going to be random. Oh well. I should have just gone from my deck, but unfortunately... Well, you learn, right? Every time you play this, that's the whole idea, is you're not going to beat it the first time, so you got to keep playing. Okay, so I'm worried that he's going to play another event that's going to wipe out my allies. Deal 1 damage to every ally. And so I'm going to keep working on this ice. End of round, gain 1 threat for each unexhausted enemy. Okay. So the nice thing is that... I don't know what that means. Does it mean me as the enemy of Sauron, or the enemy as in... I'm sure it means him. But I don't think he would ever end a round... Oh, I guess he might choose to end a round without exhausting enemies. That's interesting. So he might not attack with everyone for the purpose of instead causing me to gain threat. That's an interesting tactic, because instead of amassing damage on me with attacks, he could just hold off and build up this huge threat build. That's an interesting card. But it won't happen because I'm going to be able to get rid of it.
No living man am
And that
I.
unexhaust her, so I can finish off
I will smite you if you touch him.
this quest.
I serve no man!
Okay, so we travel, but I don't know if it's going to start a new round, so I'm going to go ahead and pour some threat on me. I love, if it works, I love that you can build up a little bit of threat for the next phase. Oh, that was dumb, because... Yeah. So now the question is, do I travel? Yeah, travel. Oof. Man, I basically just wasted a turn, I think. So maybe I should have just poured fate in again.
Safe at last upon the far side of the river, you climb the shallow slope and approach the abandoned building. Snow has leached within through cracks in the doors and windows, while harsh winds and the ravages of wildlife have thinned the thatch to feeble patches. Strangely, the wooden beams are almost black, as if petrified or rotted by the cold. Spindly grey veins cover much of the stonework as well. The fine tendrils fall to dust where touched. Then you hear discordant scraping from the well nearby. You approach, weapons drawn. A shaft of moonlight reveals a terrible sight below. A young woman, clothing shredded, scrabbles at the sides of the well. You move to lower the bucket rope, but a companion grabs hold of your wrist. You take a closer look at the woman and notice her black fingers, black eyes, black lips shriveled into a cruel rictus. The rope slides from your hands. You're looking at a thing out of legend and nightmare. A child of the Black Frost. A moonling.
Ooh, rictus. A fixed grin or smile. That's a great word. Alright.
Though shaken by the sight of the thing in the well, you continue your journey north. From what the refugees said, the source of evil radiated from somewhere in the Bjordfields, an outlier range of the Misty Mountains. When the weather permits, you can see their thin outline in the distance. Gusty winds whip dry snow across gelid ridges and rolling hills, causing frequent whiteouts that cover you in a rime of ice. From time to time, you swear you see shapes wandering in the white murk, but they eventually disappear, if ever they existed. After some days of travel, black clouds gather to the north and east, and the winds die down significantly. You're not fooled by the relative calm, however. You move to prepare shelter. Something tells you that a great storm is coming. Not long after, it does, and shapes move within it.
Awoken from slumber, Mordra stretches luxuriously and looks at his senses. He dreamt about the strangers, the enemies making their way inexorably north to his domain. He stands, yawns and casts his gaze around the hazy, bone-ridden plateau. Circling the stone tomb at its center, he inspects the seals and grimaces at the aura that leeches through the rock. During the long ages of Middle-earth, few had plumbed the depths of malice as deeply as had Mordra. He laid at the foot of the Iron Throne. He bared his fangs to the silver light of the moon beyond. He knew the language of the moon, and the secrets of the claws that await in the ice. He tasted the blood of greater heroes. He'd assumed many forms and taken many names. An unnatural growl begins deep within him, deepening as his mind reaches for the winds of the abyss. He wills them to blow hard, to blow south. It's time to deal with these strangers, these would-be intruders.
You must make room to accept this character into your party. Select an ally to replace. Okay, so I gotta replace an ally. Okay. Survive the winter storm. Ooh, so I've got a... That's cool. I've got a campfire ally. Defeat every wounded ally. That's gonna hurt. The cold preserves. Anguish pierces your heart as your friend falls. Alas, you have no time to mourn the loss. The storm rages on, and the battle along with it. Then your friend stirs. Hope flares within you, only to be extinguished a moment later. For with flesh wreathed in a spiderweb of gray veins, black lips curling in a grim rictus, and ice-burnt eyes gleaming, it is your friend no longer. A moonling has risen instead. Oh no, zombies! Oh, this is bad. So every guy that they just killed, that was a terrible time to have that activated. Gain 3 firebrand for this encounter. It requires campfire. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that because I think that seems good. In your hour of need, a new companion joins you. Looks like Radagast to me. Okay, so it looks like... If the winter storm is in play, draw 1 campfire, cannot equip enchantments. If the campfire is not in play, deal 3 damage to every character, and this is locked. So it looks like if they destroy... I gotta protect this campfire, because if it goes out, if it takes 4 damage and it goes out in the end of the round, I take damage. But it will regenerate next round, but I basically have to try to protect it. Wow. And all of these guys are not... They don't deal a lot of damage except for a couple. Eesh. There's some kind of new symbol behind Gimli. I wonder what that means, if he's armored or what. I wonder what the firebrands are. But I also really want to bring in some help. And I'm also way behind on allies. Okay. Okay, well I can't bring anybody out who's going to change the tempo, so I'm going to have to go ahead and have Gimli defend. And of course he attacks him with something lame. Man. I could easily get overwhelmed and lose a hero here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and bring out an escort. If I played... If I had Eowyn use her... I can't worry about that right now. I'm going to bring out the escort. Alright, he dies, but I get to ready a character. And every time somebody dies, it brings in another guy. Okay, so I don't want him to have the extra damage on that guy, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of him. He does the most damage anyway. So now I just got to worry about a bunch of little guys here. I want to save this ally because I want to use her to, when I do bring her out, to have her unexhaust Gimli. So maybe I'll just play Favor of the Lady. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. Maybe I'll bring Starbreach out. Boost up Gimli when I do heal him. Oh, but it's not going to give him an extra action this round, but it will next round. So I think I can have Aragorn guard. And he'll take a damage, but he'll do a damage. And then I'll bring the... No, I don't want to bring the Galador Archer out yet. I'll bring Aragorn back and have him guard again, because he can knock. He basically knocks these guys down a little bit. Now I'll bring the Galador Archer out, do a damage to this guy.
You breathe so loud I could shoot you in the dark.
And hopefully... Oh, nope, he attacked the fire, but that's okay. Oh, I can draw a campfire, but I would have to play it, which would be one of my actions. That sucks. Well, I'm not losing my campfire this round. I do need to use an archer to kill one of these guys, but maybe I should save for damage. Okay, I know that if I kill someone with her, I might as well have her kill someone because that will bring her back.
I will smite you if you touch him.
And then I can go ahead and apply my fate, restore 1 health to a random enemy. Oh, he's just a bad guy. Great. 3 damage. 3 damage. Unfortunately, I have to put Eowyn on guard, because otherwise I think he would attack my archer and kill her. But now I should be set up to do some good damage, because putting the axe on Gimli... Man, give me a break here. So I'm exhausting an ally to bring Gimli back in the game. Okay. And Gimli does not have Stalwart, unfortunately, I don't think this round, because he already used his first action. But I can start getting rid of some guys. Man. Okay, so now the question is, what are these firebrands? Should I bring them out now? I guess we should. Okay, deal 3 damage to a frozen or wolf enemy for free, then restore 1 wound to a character. That's great. So I'm going to do that to this guy. Oh, I was like, why didn't it kill him? So Eowyn definitely needs her health back. Okay, good. This is going to even it up a little bit here, thankfully. We'll go ahead and do 3 damage to another guy. And heal her a little bit more. I like this. This is cool. One more time. What is... I don't understand what this is going to do. I mean, I guess it's just untapped. That's weird. I'm going to go ahead and play this on Aragorn. Man. 2 Moonling Whites interplay. Great. And I'll play this in preparation of something. How are those guys getting to attack again? Oh, deal 1 damage ignoring block to a random character. Oh, great. So I bet that... Man, that sucks. I did not realize they were going to do more damage. Okay, well at this point... I think we're going to be just trading damage back and forth here. Okay. So my dilemma here is that if I attack with Gimli again, he'll attack and kill my archer, and then I'll have another enemy to deal with. So maybe I'll just start guarding. Starting with Aragorn. Okay, that's what I was hoping would happen. And then we'll do that again. So now I just have to finish this guy off. And, Moonling White, deal 1 damage. Oh, same thing. Man, it's annoying. I do need to play this campfire. And it costs money, too. Oh, I forgot! Ah! I should have blocked. Now I've got to deal with another one of these damn jerks. Man, I don't feel like give Firebrand to the favor of the lady. Oh, it looked like the Firebrand was like an event. Give Firebrand the favor of lady to forget. Yeah, I don't know. Didn't seem like I could do anything except play Firebrand and have it activate, but we'll see. So I can't play any other cards. So I can either have her attack, but then he'll still get to attack. Or I could have her add her... I'm going to have her add her willpower, because I have a feeling he's going to attack the fire. Oh, now I'm going to take 4 random attacks. Okay, well, that's it for me. Yes, discard the next attachment. Well, yeah, that's sad. So basically, I just have to last a certain number of rounds, 4 rounds, it's timed. So now, it seems like what they did is they changed these encounters that you can't work on to a timed encounter. And then, basically that, instead of, because they used to have these in one of the previous quests, they made it timed. And, now they kind of give it a special symbol too, so you know there's nothing to work on, you just gotta last as long as you can. I've got to make it 2 more rounds. Well, Gimli has Stalwart. Eowyn has Stalwart also, if I can kill something, so I might as well have her kill something.
I will smite you if you touch him.
And I'm just gonna try to outlast these guys. I'll put guard on twice, so they'll at least attack him and not Eowyn. And just keeps bringing these guys out. I'm gonna try to go for... I am gonna try to go with Eowyn for Radagast, to at least see that. So I got a surge action with the Warden. Man, I just wish I could do damage. Now the question is, if I attack with him, will he still have guard? So I'm going to try to stall him out. Gain 1 threat after attacking this enemy. Great. Alright. I'm still trying to wait. Man, I really wish I could, I guess I'll have him guard too, so that he can at least apply some damage back. And then... I guess this... So what's cool about that is you at least take an action without having to end your phase and pass. So it's interesting, Sauron passed and nothing is going to happen. Unfortunately, I don't get to use my block. So maybe I should have waited to block. Okay, so I gotta end phase. I take 3 damage. Man, it's just crazy. At least it was all dealt to my campfire. For most of it. Every character loses an attack, a willpower, and a wound at this location. Cool, that kills my campfire. I get another one, but it's going to cost me 2 resources just to get it back. Wow. I lost all my willpower? I just thought I lost 1. Oh, she only has 1, that's right. Okay, so the problem is I don't have any way of getting up to the willpower that I need. So I need to just kill people to try to take damage. Uh-oh. Okay, so she's up to 2 willpower, but unfortunately, that's not going to be enough. I've got a little bit of a delay here. Oh, favor to campfire. Yeah, that's true. I should have done that. I didn't think about that. I could have given favor to the campfire. Ah, another enemy, of course. And he's got stalwart. And I just lost my big hitter. Man, this is crazy. And I would give anything for 1 more resource. And I have to play the campfire is the problem. So I might as well bring that out now. Hopefully it'll draw his fire, which it doesn't. It kills Elend. I forgot about that. And I could have blocked with the Warden. And now the Warden doesn't have anything to do except... Oh, I can tap him to untap Gimli. Not that it matters. Okay, so what I'm going to try to do next round is I'm just going to try to bring out that Fate event just to see if I can last that long. So I got to save that money. Well, I made it around, so I can travel. I made it to the last round. And I've got 2 Gandalfs and a Tom. Okay, so I'm going to play Tom. I just hope I won't die. Oh, defeat a non-unique enemy. Okay, that helps.
Tom Bombadil is a merry fellow. Bright blue is his jacket and his boots are yellow.
Okay, so I lost my campfire again. But that's okay, because I'll be traveling. But I am going to... I really want to see what this Radagast is. Alright.
I am a stranger.
Ooh, so I got Radagast. He's got a good amount of damage. Or health. 2 attack, 5 willpower. That's beautiful. Every character gains... When he arrives, every character gains a melee, a willpower, and a health. That's amazing. And it looks like... And since that was a Fate event, I get to go. And Sauron's passing. It's too bad that Tom is leaving. I wasted all those resources for him to leave, but... Go ahead and travel. Oh, Radagast is also gone.
The stranger inspects your wounds and scratches with a gentle touch, muttering,
There. Not so.
he also kneels by the dead to
And the
close
sound
their
effects
eyes,
need to be
his
remixed.
crestfallen as if he'd known
The ambient
each
sounds are
one.
really loud.
Radagast, at your service.
The old man finally says with a grunt. His
I guess I could
snow-burdened
adjust
beard
that.
swinging heavily.
There are those who call me the brown. Why not the green? Or the flower? I cannot say.
He inclines his staff towards the northern peaks.
It seems we've come to share an important task, my friends. To again put to rest one. Not
You've heard of Radagast of Roscoe, an eccentric hermit and wizard who dwells near the southern borders of North. The kin of Bjorn hold him in high regard as a protector of wildlife and living things. Then comes a flutter across the sun, a shadow in the snow. A peregrine falcon alights on the old man's shoulder.
Ah, so it is you, Ling.
He says in greeting.
And what news do you have?
Listening to the bird's squawks, Radagast grows solemn. He nods sadly after a moment, feeds Limber a morsel, then sends the falcon back to the skies with a gentle nudge.
I am called away with haste, I'm afraid.
He apologizes, humble, as if breaking a pact with you.
Too many rotten limbs in the tree.
Fumbling under his cloak, he produces a small whistle crafted of acorns connected in clever fashion.
This will aid you. But beware. Do not blow this light. And be polite.
Then Radagast trudges away southward through the deep snow, the little falcon circling above him. The days that follow are blessedly calm, and you make good progress amid the ridges and flinty hillocks. Gelid streams and skeletal evergreens are your traveling companions. The land rises further, becoming mountains in their own right, foot soldiers to the great peaks ahead. Curiously, the incline appears to lessen, while the flanking mountains tower increasingly above you. Soon the sun barely reaches through the mountains, and the cold hardens without mercy. One early morning, you wake with a quickening dread. Shuffling to stand amid the fierce cold, you peer into the shadows. A black and bitter mist creeps from the north. The air crinkles as grey frost blooms on your armor and weapons. A reptilian hissing emerges from the mist, faint at first. It rises until the mountain pass throbs with a sibilation of moonwings. You feel a chill deeper than any cold. The black frost is upon you.
Not gonna do well on this one. Defeat the Black Frost. 25. Drive back the Hungering Frost. End of round, deal 1 damage to every character. Wow. Okay. Very loud effects volume. Okay. Gotta turn that down. Whew. Okay. I guess I can block? Well, I gotta blow this whistle. The aid of the eagles, I mean, come on. You put the whistle to your lips and blow. It emits an uncomfortable shriek, then falls apart. You hold for a moment, hoping for something to happen. Fire, wind, perhaps the return of the old man? Nothing. You have no more time for idle speculation when an enemy lunges at you. Focused upon survival, you forget the silly whistle until a similar shriek pierces the sky and a monstrous eagle crashes into the battle. Like the feathered clubs of a giant, its powerful wings batter several moonlings. It shrieks again, and the terrifying cry is more than your allies can bear. They retreat, covering their ears as the sound reverberates through the mountains. You remind yourself to be polite to this feathered prince if you survive. Ooh, nice. Oh, I love how it's hovering. That's cool. Flying. Deal 1 damage to every non-unique enemy. What does flying mean? When active, this unit gains guard. When targeting an objective and can only be attacked by flying or ranged units. An exhausted unit cannot have flying active. Okay. That's kind of cool. Deal 1 damage to every exhausted character. Of course. Okay. I feel like I need to start building up my ally complement.
My axe swings too.
Everybody's taking damage. Ooh. I don't need extra cards. So I'm going to go ahead and try to sneak attack. Oh, good. A healer.
Welcome to Rivendell.
Sauron's passing. So I should probably hold off on any other cards if I want to play Sauron next round. So I'm going to have this guy work on... Oh, Sauron passed, that's right. So we'll try to hit this... in the phase. Deal 3 damage to every character. Reduce the damage to your characters by 1 for every card that you discard. So I gotta get rid of... I gotta get rid of 3 cards. Because otherwise... Ah! Why is it random? That's okay. I couldn't play Gandalf. Well, I could have played one Gandalf. What is going to be better? I guess I can play both of these guys. Discard every event card in each player's hand. Okay. I still want to see what he's going to play.
No. What was I going to say?
Gain 1 threat every time I play a card. Well, I think he's going to pass. So I'll just work on... questing. The problem is I'm going to take damage. Ooh, I should have looked at these. Gain 3 resources. Gain Shield of Summer for this encounter. That probably is going to help me with this damn... Okay. I think I'm going to have to start going for this. Yeah, because I'm just going to tear... It's going to damage is going to tear through me. Moonling of the Veils interplay. Great. Well, I gotta take care of these guys now. So they have 4 damage. gonna have to go for this shield here. Oh, he's dead. And of course it's doing that same stupid thing. So gaining resources is not gonna help me. Ugh, every time I lose an ally, they come back. Ugh. The problem is I have no cards left, so this is it. I'm hoping that I can just get to... Yeah, I should at least be able to see... Man. I at least want to see what this fate event is going to do. Eek. I'll barely get to see it. Deal your attack when... Okay, deal your melee attack when you're attacked in melee. That's actually good for him, because even when he's exhausted, he should be attacking then. But I'll never get to see it. Well, maybe I will. I'll go ahead and play it. I'll put it on Gimli. Oh, I forgot I lost that extra health. Oh well. I'm assuming it might work just when it's exhausted also. Alright, well, that was a playthrough. Got through a few stages, but... Oh, challenge completed. That's cool. Got some definitely good good valor there. Well, I will be back next week. Still trying to figure out if I want to tweak my deck a little bit, spend some time away playing something else before I come back and try this again, or keep trying and see if I can get to the point where I can beat it, even if it's just on easy. So I'll let you know. I'll keep you up to date. But until then, thanks for tuning in, and I'll be back next Tuesday at the same time. You can also watch Table Flipping Games. We'll be back this Saturday. I think we're in the middle of choosing a new campaign that we're going to be playing, something new and exciting, so make sure and tune in and check that out too. That'll be Saturday at 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I'll be streaming here again next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, if you can keep track of all those time changes, or 6 Pacific, you know, whatever you want to keep track of. All right, well, I will talk to you all later. See you all later. Have a good night.